in chapter 5 on dissolution of partnership firm. Last day we have discussed up to topic number 4a. Okay, that was on different types of accounts prepared in case of dissolution of firm. Now today I shall discuss with you journal entries on dissolution of a firm and some important points regarding the journal entries. So point number 4b, topic number 4b is journal entries. Various journal entries are passed to close the books on dissolution of a firm. That means when a firm is going to be dissolved, we have to close the books of the firm, and to close the books of the firm and to maintain the three accounts which I discussed last day, we have to pass a large number of journal entries. So various journal entries are passed. Now the question is, what are those entries? Those entries are given in your NCERT book page 232 to 234. That means you have to go through these three pages, 232, 233 and 234. 15 entries are given there. For example, I am telling you few entries for your reference. When we transfer asset to realization account, then we pass the entries realization account debit to sundry assets account. Similarly, when we transfer liabilities in realization account, we pass the reverse entry, that is sundry liabilities account debit to realization account. Then when we sell some asset, the entry is bank account debit to realization account. Whether we are selling recorded asset or unrecorded, same entry will be passed. Similarly, when we pay some liabilities, the entry will be realization account debit to bank account, whether the liabilities are recorded or unrecorded. Then if some asset is taken by some partner, then the entry is partner's capital account debit to realization account. Similarly, when some liability is taken by partner or assumed by partner, the entry is realization account debit to partner's capital account. So these are the entries for transfer of asset, disposal of asset, transfer of liabilities, payment of liabilities. Now when there are some expense on realization, we pass different entries. Say when the firm is paying the expense, the entry is realization account debit to cash or to bank. When some partner is paying the expense on behalf of firm, then the entry is realization account debit to that particular partner's capital account. Similarly, when the partner is payable some remuneration to complete the process of dissolution, the entry will be again realization account debit to partner's capital account. But there will be no entry for payment of the expense personally by the partner. However, when the partner is liable to pay the expense but the firm is paying the expense, we have to take it as a drawings of the partner. So in that case, the entry will be partner's capital account debit to bank account. Okay. Now there may be some other entries like this. After passing all these entries, we have to close the realization account, and the profit on realization is transferred by passing the entry as realization account debit to partner's capital account. And if there is loss on realization, we have to pass the entries partner's capital account debit to realization account. Then secondly, we close the partner's capital accounts. In that case, if the partner's capital account is showing a credit balance, we have to pass the entry partner's capital account debit to bank account. But when a particular partner capital account is showing debit balance, then we have to pass reverse entry, that is bank account debit to partner's capital account. So in this way, capital accounts are closed. At last, we have to close the bank account. Now when the partners are paid their balances, or if the partner is having debit balance, brings his balance, then automatically bank account is closed. Okay. So for all these purposes, to maintain the three accounts, to close the accounts, to pay the partners, we have to pass different journal entries. These entries are given on page 232 to 234 in your NCERT book. So please learn these 15 entries given there. After that, we can see some practical sum. Now before solving any practical sum, there are some important points regarding the entries. First point is, debtors are transferred at gross amount and PBDD is credited to realization account. See, when the question of realization is given, you are given a balance sheet. In balance sheet, debtors are given, say debtors is given as rupees 20,000 less PBDD 1,000. So 20,000 will be transferred, gross amount will be transferred to the debit of realization account, and 1,000 will be transferred to the credit of realization account. Similarly, for fixed asset, when fixed assets are given and their provision for depreciation is given, then we will do the same thing. That means fixed asset gross amount is transferred to the debit of realization account and provision for depreciation is transferred to the credit of realization account. Then general reserve fund, workmen compensation reserve, PL account credit balance, these are not to be transferred to realization account, but they are credited to partners capital accounts in their profit sharing ratio. So remember, these things are not transferred to realization account because they belongs to partner. They are called undistributed profits and reserves. So they will go to partners capital account. Similarly, if there is any fictitious asset or loss, they are also not transferred to realization account, but they are also debited to partners capital account in their PSR because they are called undistributed losses. So they will not go to realization account, but they will be debited to partners capital account. Then fourth point is partners loan to the firm is neither transferred to realization account nor to capital account, but paid directly from bank. If a partner has given loan, that means the firm has taken loan from the partner, then that loan is to be paid by bank or cash. That means this loan is neither transferred to realization account nor to capital account. We cannot transfer this partner's loan to realization account or capital account. But remember here, if the loan is not given by partner but some relative of partner, say partner's wife, then that loan can be transferred to realization account, because in that case the loan will be treated as third party loan. This is not partner's loan if the partner's wife gives loan. But remember, partner's loan is not transferred to realization account. Okay. Then sixth point, if some liability is settled by giving some asset in full settlement, it is not recorded anywhere. That means when some asset is given to pay some liabilities, then no entry is passed anywhere. For example, creditors of rupees 8,000 were given furniture of rupees 6,000 in full settlement, so we will not pass any entry. Okay. Or suppose creditors of rupees 6,000 given furniture for 8,000, then again no entry will be passed. Then 7, if there is no information regarding the realization of any asset, it is assumed that the asset is not realized but became valueless and no entry is passed for that. Remember, when there is no entry regarding the realization of asset, then you forget that the asset is realized. You have to assume that asset has become valueless. That means no entry is passed. But this is not the case for a liability. In case of a liability, if there is no information regarding its payment, it is to be paid in cash. That means we have to make payment for liability in cash, whether it is given in question or not. Liabilities must be paid, whether mentioned or not. Then 9th point, total balance of all partners capital account must be equal to the bank or cash balance at the end. That means after closing the realization account, when we close the capital accounts and bank account, the balances in capital account must be equal to the balance in bank or cash account. So after transferring the balance from cash account to capital account or from capital account to cash account, the both accounts are automatically closed. So it is given at last point, all accounts are closed at the end of payment refund of capital to the partner. That means when we pay to every partner or when we receive from partner regarding debit balance, then all accounts are automatically closed. That means no balance remains in any account. So these are some important points regarding the journal entries and ledger account. Now I am giving you the solution of problem number 1, that is given in your NCERT book, page number 253, numerical number 1, on page number 253. Now what is numerical? Page number 253. See, I am telling you. In question it is given that journalize the following transactions regarding realization expenses. So this is the entry for realization expenses only. All the entries are regarding realization expenses. Number A is realization expenses amounted to 2,500. Now here it is not mentioned who is paying these expenses. So we can assume that firm is paying the expenses. So entry will be realization account debit to bank account, 2,500, 2,500. Okay. Now number B, realization expenses rupees 3,000 were paid by Ashok, a partner. Here some partner is paying the realization expenses. So we have to pass the entry realization account debit to Ashok capital account, Ashok account or Ashok's capital account. because partner is paying the liability on the expenses on behalf of firm 3000. Okay. Then number C, be careful. Realization expenses rupees 2300 to be borne by Tarun personally. Here the partner Tarun is ready to bear the realization expense. So firm will not pass an entry. So answer will be no entry because the partner is paying the expense personally. Then in D, Amit, a partner, was appointed to realize the asset at a cost of 4000. That means Amit was to be given 4000 expenses by the firm and actual expense amounted to 3000. Here, first of all, we shall pass the entry for remuneration payable to Amit for dissolution, and for that the entry will be realization account debit to Amit's capital account 4000. This is for remuneration payable to Amit. Now, here also given that expenses amounted to 3000. If we assume that expenses are paid by Amit, then expenses are paid by firm on behalf of Amit, then we can pass this entry Amit's capital account debit to bank account. Or in this case you can also assume that expenses are paid by Amit personally. So in that case there will be no entry here also, like case number C. Okay, so this is an assumption. Entry is passed on the basis of assumption, assuming that expenses are paid by firm on behalf of Amit. So it will be treated as Amit's drawing. Okay, so these are the entries as a solution to problem number 1, numerical number 1, given on page 253 of your NCERT book. Now, one more problem I have solved, number 7, that is also given in your NCERT book on page number 254, sum number 7 on 254. Now, what is here? The book value of assets other than cash and bank transferred to realization account rupees 1 lakh. Here it is given in the question that we have transferred 1 lakh rupees asset to realization account, 1 lakh rupees asset. Now, what is done with this asset? Number 1, 50% of assets are taken over by partner Atul at a discount of 20%. So, here some partner is taking half the asset, half of 1 lakh, and that is also drawn not at book value but at 20% discount. So, we shall pass the entry Atul's capital account debit to realization account because partner is taking the asset. So, Atul capital debit to realization account, and how much amount? 50% of 1 lakh minus 20%. 50% of 1 lakh is 50,000. 50% of 1 lakh is 50,000. From that 20% to be deducted. So, 20% of 50,000 is 10,000. So, ultimately the assets are drawn for rupees 40,000. How this figure is coming? Is it clear or not? 50% of 1 lakh, that is 50,000 minus 20% of 50,000. So, ultimately it is 40,000. Then second, 40% of the remaining assets are sold at a profit of 30% on cost. Now, after taking the 50% of rupees 1 lakh, what is remaining? 50,000. Of that 40% is sold. That means not 40% of 1 lakh, 40% of 50,000. So, 40% of 50,000 are sold at a profit of 30%. So, first calculate 40% of 50,000. 40% of 50,000 is 20,000. Now, 20,000, this is 20,000 plus 30% of 20,000. 30% of 20,000 is what? 30% of 20,000 is 6,000. Okay, my God. So, this figure is wrongly calculated. It should be 26,000. So, make some correction. 30% of 20,000. 30% of 20,000 is 6,000. So, actually assets are sold for 26,000. I have committed a mistake here. This should be 26,000. This should be 26,000, not 23,000. Okay. So, you will pass the entry bank account debit to realization account by 26,000, not 23,000. Make it 26,000 in your mind or in your paper. Okay. Now, last is the remaining asset realized nothing and became obsolete. That means other assets of what? Other assets of 30,000, because 1 lakh assets were there, 50,000 asset taken by Atul, 20,000 assets are sold at rupees 26,000, and remaining 30,000 assets become obsolete, and given to creditors in full settlement. That means those assets, remaining assets become obsolete, realize nothing, and remaining 50% of the remaining asset become obsolete. Again 50% of 50,000, that means 25,000, they become obsolete. For that there will be no entry, and the remaining asset were given to creditors in full settlement. So again for that there will be no entry. There will be no entry here for asset which become useless or for asset which are given to creditors in full settlement of their claims. But remember, make it 26,000. There is some mistake by me in calculating 30% of 20,000. 30% of 20,000 is what? 6,000. So it should be 26,000, not 23,000. I will make correction here, but you make your correction 26,000. Okay. Now after doing these two practical sum, you have to solve two sums as homework, that is numerical number 6 on page 254 and numerical number 5 on page 253. So these are like these two sums. Number 6 is like number 1 and number 5 is like number 7. So when you go through these sums carefully, you will be able to solve these two problems, number 6 and number 5, given on page 254 and 253. In the next class we shall try to solve some other problem. Okay.